Work is more than just a means to an end, it's a driving force of human development. Historically, its definition has evolved significantly, reflecting societal changes from hunter-gatherer times to industrialized eras and beyond. We will explore these transformations, observing how work adapted to new technologies and social structures, ultimately shaping our present world. Classical economics, Smith, Ricardo, Marx, sees wealth as created primarily by human labor. Value stems from the socially necessary labor time invested in production, with profits arising from surplus labor. Neoclassical economics, Jevons, Menger, Walras, rejects this, arguing that wealth arises from subjective marginal utility and voluntary exchange. Individuals allocate scarce time and resources to maximize satisfaction, and prices reflect marginal trade-offs rather than embodied labor. Work is more than just employment. It's a fundamental social construct deeply integrated into our societal fabric. It mirrors and reinforces existing power dynamics, class distinctions, and cultural traditions. Work often determines an individual's rights, privileges, and access to resources, significantly influencing their social standing and political engagement. Recognizing these deep intersections is crucial for a holistic understanding of how societies function and evolve. Early human work in hunter-gatherer societies was purely for survival. Everyone contributed to hunting, gathering, and building shelter. This collective effort inherently limited specialization. Shared necessity fostered early social equality, valuing every individual's contribution to communal well-being. Hunter-gatherer societies were highly mobile, continually moving to follow seasonal food availability and track animal migrations across their territories. Their daily labor primarily revolved around acquiring immediate needs, particularly food. This typically involved 20 to 30 hours per week dedicated to hunting and gathering. There was little concept of surplus food or accumulated wealth. Resources were consumed as needed, aligning with their transient nomadic existence. The agricultural revolution around 10,000 BCE was pivotal. Humans moved from hunter-gatherers to settled farmers by domesticating plants and animals. This secured stable food, fostering population growth, settlements, and specialized labor. It altered society, laying groundwork for civilization. The development of food surpluses was a pivotal moment in human history. Not everyone needed to be involved in farming. This allowed individuals to specialize in other areas, leading to the creation of new roles like artisans, builders, and early administrators. This division of labor laid the groundwork for more complex societal structures and the eventual rise of civilizations. Artisans, builders, and administrators emerged, each contributing unique skills to the community. Specialization led to distinct social classes. Agricultural surplus allowed wealth accumulation, creating ruling classes and landowners. Power and privilege became tied to land, defining the working class. This marked a significant shift in societal organization. Agricultural societies demanded complex governance to manage resources, resolve disputes, and coordinate public works. This administrative need created specialized leadership. Leaders oversaw labor, establishing power structures where they directed tasks without manual involvement. This division of labor was foundational for social hierarchies and early administrative systems, crucial for community growth and stability. Historically, societies held vastly different views on the nature and value of work. For instance, in ancient Greece and Rome, physical labor was often delegated to slaves, while intellectual pursuits were highly esteemed. Conversely, other civilizations, particularly those with strong communal structures or religious ethics, viewed diligent work as a moral imperative and a cornerstone of societal well-being. The Industrial Revolution in the late 18th century shifted work from agrarian to factory production. Mass production, steam power, and machinery drove economic growth. This period, however, also brought labor exploitation and significant urbanization as people migrated to industrial centers for jobs. It laid the groundwork for modern industry. Millions moved to cities for factory jobs, creating a large industrial working class. They faced extremely harsh conditions. 12 to 16-hour workdays, very low wages, and dangerous environments. This widespread exploitation fueled significant discontent, becoming a primary driver for early labor movements and calls for social reform. Harsh working conditions, like long hours, low pay, and unsafe environments, were the catalyst for workers to organize. Labor movements provided a collective voice, enabling workers to challenge employer dominance. Workers united to demand fair wages, reasonable hours, and improved working conditions. A major focus was reducing excessively long shifts, aiming for humane work-life balance. Campaigns led to safer workplaces, significantly reducing industrial accidents and health risks. In 1914, Henry Ford implemented a 40-hour workweek for his factory workers. This move, which reduced the standard from 48 hours, was not just a gesture of kindness, but a strategic business decision to boost worker productivity, create a consumer base for his cars, and decrease high employee turnover. While some sources note the original 1914 implementation was the 48-hour week, the 40-hour week was a later evolution of the plan. The information age, spurred by computers and the internet since the mid-20th century, fundamentally transitioned economies towards knowledge-based work. This period highlights the paramount importance of specialized skills, advanced education, and intellectual property. Economic value shifted significantly from manual labor to mental contributions, leading to a profound reshaping of global markets and workforce demands. This fundamental change defines our modern economy. Technology profoundly transformed global work. The Internet facilitated global collaboration and outsourcing, connecting workers and markets worldwide. This enhanced economic interdependence. The focus of work shifted towards information processing and creative problem solving, underscoring the evolution of required skills in a connected world. This era marked a significant move towards knowledge-based economies. The 2020 pandemic significantly accelerated remote and hybrid work models. Digital collaboration tools became vital for maintaining productivity and connectivity. This change led to a substantial rise in remote positions, permanently altering the global workplace and demanding new adaptation strategies. Modern work is increasingly defined by abstract assets like talent and intellectual property. These are not tangible goods, but represent significant value. Talent encompasses unique skills and abilities that drive innovation, while intellectual property protects creative works and inventions. Recognizing and valuing these non-physical contributions is crucial for economic growth and competitive advantage in today's knowledge-based economy. Historically, work primarily served as a means of survival. However, its role has significantly transformed. Today, work is often viewed as a pathway to achieving personal fulfillment and a sense of purpose. It contributes to an individual's social standing and allows them to make a tangible contribution to society. Careers are increasingly central to our identity, reflecting not just what we do, but who we are and what we achieve. The ongoing transformation in the workplace necessitates a fundamental reevaluation of how work, technology, and personal life intersect. This has led to a significant increase in focus on flexible work models, prioritizing employee well-being and fostering greater autonomy. These evolving priorities are not only influencing corporate strategies, but also prompting governments to adapt labor policies to support a more balanced and sustainable work environment for all. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.